Oh my god. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you can't see by the thumbnail, the title and the sheer excitement on my face, today I will be giving you a review of the Friends x Makeup Revolution collaboration. So without further ado, if you would like to find out whether the palette, the mirror and a lipstick is worth it, then just keep on watching. I do want to say before I start this review that I'm not like the die-hard kind of fan of Friends. I am a big fan of Friends. I love Friends. I've always watched it when it was on TV, but I have never actually watched every single episode. I have recently started watching it on Netflix and I have been enjoying it a lot. I'm like on season 8. I love it so far. You can tell it's like an OG series about friends and like a group of people. You know, Big Bang Theory is great, How I Met Your Mother is great, but Friends is like the OG, you know. So when Revolution announced they were making a collab, I was super excited because they are great, you know. It's iconic. But let's not babble about this series, let's just get on with what I have here. By the way, yes, I do have a slight cold, that's why I kind of sound a little weird, but I really want to film this video for you guys. I'm going to get started by picking up the mirror. I had to have this mirror. I love it. I love the frame. It's pretty big and it's very, very lightweight. If I compare it to my Jeffree Star one, it's actually a lot lighter, which I actually like because your hand gets tired when you hold this for too long. Let's see what the quality of the mirror is like. It does have the satisfying... Oh, yes, I like it. Yeah, I'll definitely be using this, not only today, but definitely in the future. I love this. This is like my #1 thing that I wanted. The other thing that I got was the big palette for £20. By the way, the mirror is 10. I got this. I wasn't like super excited about it, but I thought, oh well, if I want to film a video about this, I need to get some makeup. So I decided to get the big palette because I liked the appearance, the look of the clapper, and I'm actually considering to write Costa with Tipex on this. So the title of this video is The One with Costa, which would be great. And this is what the palette looks like inside. It's quite a basic, everyday kind of palette, but it does have a couple of very nice punches of colour, but it's like quite wearable. I like it a lot. I think they did great not trying to push in too much colour into this. It does have a big mirror and the palette itself is pretty heavy, mostly because of the mirror. I love the names. Everyone plays such a big part in the series and I'm super excited to try this. The one more thing that I got is the Moniker Lipstick. I love the packaging. You can just tell it is about Friends. When you open them, and like that lipstick doesn't make me think of Friends. The font does, but I think if they made this colour, it would make a little bit more sense. Let's zoom it in and let's get on with the eyes. Okay, let's create something kind of everyday, but it's definitely going to have a twist. My eyes are gravitating towards Ursula and Julie and Phoebe, you know, colourful shades in the palette. Nothing new here. I'm going to prime my lids with my Collection Lasting Perfection concealer. You are welcome to use whatever you'd like. I just like this concealer because it's nice and sticky, but it's not too oily. It dries kind of matte. You know what? I'm going to start sort of soft. I'm taking Carol, who is Ross's first wife. Oh, I love this shade already. It's quite soft, but that's such a perfect everyday shade. I like that a lot. I'm gonna... Whoa. I dipped into Paolo and She pigmented. Ooh, yes. Oh, I love these shades. I love the undertones of these shades. They are both pretty warm. I like warm toned browns. I'm going to put Paolo on the outer third of my mobile lid. Don't want to like wring it out too much. I seem to like rounded eye looks these days. Okay, looking cute. Very nice. And before I put anything on my lid, before I cut my crease, I'm going to deepen this. Since it's going to be a cut crease, it just needs a little bit more depth. So I'm going to take Mr. Geller, who's not picking up very well on the brush for some reason. There's quite a lot of kickback in the pan. Yeah. I don't know if I should have done that. It doesn't look bad, but it's kind of ruining what I had in mind. Let's just blend it in anyway. I'm taking my previous brush and going on top of that. I'm going to cut my crease. I'm picking up Emily on a flat brush and I'm putting that in the center. Okay. I'm going to take another flat brush and I can't decide between Richard or Rachel. I'm going to take Richard on the inner third. Richard is the guy with the mustache that Monica was going out with. By the way, there's going to be a lot of spoilers. Me just talking about this, like, yeah, Monica is with Chandler. I'm mixing a little bit of Emily in here because I really like this shade. It's a very pretty, like, purpley colour, and they are very nice shimmers because my brushes are dry and they are picking up on the brush. They are laying on the lid really nicely. I do want to, however, pick up a little bit of Ursula, which is like that purpley blue in the palette. I'm going to put Ursula on my outer corner. I wonder if it's going to mix with Mr. Geller. I'm putting a little bit of Mr. Geller on my outer third. It looks kind of grey. Ugh. I kind of wish there was an even darker brown in this palette, or maybe even a black, because Mr. Geller is not actually that dark and going a little patchy, it's not going on that well, and it is the only shade that's like dark enough for my outer corner right now. It looks okay, but not perfect. I'm going to do my other eye off camera and I will be right back. Alright, ignore my outer corners. I tried to fix them by adding a little bit of black and they have gone really, really patchy. I don't know why. I don't know which shade is causing it. It's either Ursula or Mr. Geller, and I'm leaning towards Mr. Geller because I had more issues with that one. But for now, I'm leaving the eyes as is because I want to move on to the base, whiz through it really quickly, and then come back to the eyes and give you my final thoughts of the palette. For my foundation today, I am using the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Foundation, and I have the shade 700 Vienna. To contour, I'm taking my usual Revolution Fast Base Foundation in F14, and I'm bronzing the perimeters of my face. For my concealer today, I'm using the same concealer I used as my eyeshadow primer, and it is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. And I am setting everything with my fave, the RCMA No Colour Powder. Before I use the eyeshadow palette for my blush and my highlight, I'm just going to take my trusty Mega Matte palette from Revolution, and I'm taking the Contour just a little bit so I can bronze a little bit more. Alright, if you've been here for a while, you know that I love using eyeshadow as my blush, so that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to take my blush brush and a mixture of Phoebe, that orange shade, a very pigmented orange shade, and a little bit of Julie. Okay, Phoebe is very, very pigmented. I'm dabbing, don't go straight in. And I'm just delicately going to blush my cheeks. Yeah, that worked nicely. And now the very exciting portion, the highlighter. Ugly Naked Guy is the first one, the very icy one. Mr. Heckles is the middle one, and Estelle is the last one. I'm probably going to start off with Mr. Heckles because I like that one the most, but it might give me a cast. So I'm going to be very, very gentle. Nicely pigmented. It is giving me like the tiniest little bit of cast. So I'm going to take my damp sponge and blend it in. Can just get away with this shade and it looks very, very nice. And now the base is done, it is time to finish off the eyes. Maybe I should go for a pink on my lower lash line. Let's do it, why not? I'm going to pack Julie all over my lower lash line. It looks nice, but I kind of want to tie the top and the bottom. So I'm going to risk it and dip into Ursula, question mark. I just need it on like the outer third, closer to the waterline. Yeah, just like that, just a little bit to tie the top and the bottom lid. So it must be Mr. Geller who is giving me trouble when it comes to blending. I told you I was going to pick out all the like vibrant, colourful shades. Final touch for the inner corners and my brow bone, I'm going to take Mr. Heckles. The last two things I need to do for my eyes is to chuck some mascara on and some falsies. Actually, as I'm waiting for my mascara to dry, because I never put falsies on a wet mascara, I'm just going to do my brows real quick. I'm going to start off with Soap Styler from Revolution. Yes, I am still obsessed with this. This is like the best brow gel you could ever have. And then I just take a little bit of my pomade to fill in the sparse areas of my brows. And now I'm going to put my falsies on. These are Dahlias from a Depop shop called GBS_lashes. I like them a lot and they were super affordable. This looks so cute. I love them. Okay, and finally the last item that I got is the Moniker Lipstick. Again, I feel like the packaging of the actual lipsticks could be different. I don't like the rose gold. It should have been, you know, like a matte purpley lavender shade. It has a very strange smell. Oh, I did not expect this. It's kind of like a matte finish as well. Oh, feels very comfortable. I love the colour. I feel like this could be a good dupe of my Super Cindy from Charlotte Tilbury. Okay you guys, so here it is. This is the final look I created with the Revolution X Friends palette, and I have the Moniker lipstick on. Obviously, to me, the biggest thing that I love from this collection is the mirror. I'm just in love with it. I'm so happy that I managed to get it because it was in my bag twice when I went on Revolution when it launched, and then by the time I clicked pay, it was already sold out. I managed to snatch mine from ASOS. It is £10 in my opinion. It is totally worth it. Collector's item for sure. It looks so cool. As for the makeup palette, I love the packaging. I do wish it was, you know, like actual chalkboard, but maybe it was too expensive to do it that way. As for the inside, I'm actually really happy. You know, overall the palette is working out really well. The shimmers are nice. They stick on the lid without any adhesive. You don't need to foil your shades. You don't need a setting spray. They go on there really well. The one shade that for me is a total miss and makes it quite difficult to create very smoky eye looks with is the Mr. Geller shade. As you can see, there's no other darker shade in this palette other than Mr. Geller, so it kind of limits you a little bit. Do I think it's worth £20? Yeah, it's not bad. If you're wanting to buy a palette for £20 and expect like the most amazing formula, this isn't it, but it does work nicely. And again, it is more of like a collector's item. As for the lipstick, it is a very nice shade, and I'm surprised that it is a matte formula. It obviously isn't transfer proof or transfer resistant. The most exciting part for me with the lipstick is the box that it came in. Like I said throughout the video, I think they missed out on a good opportunity to make these a little bit different. I get the colour of the lips at the top, but that's not necessary for me because you do get a sticker at the bottom as well. So the packaging of this is a miss. I'm not too keen on the smell either. It's kind of like, it makes me think of candles. But overall, congratulations to Revolution for getting the opportunity to work with something as big as the series called Friends. I think many people will get like a kick out of this, as much as I did, because again, I'm not like the biggest Friends fan, but even owning that mirror is just, this just makes my day, honestly. I made both a TikTok and a Reels for Instagram, so make sure you follow me on both my TikTok and my Instagram to see them. But for now, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. I hope you found it entertaining. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best, and I hope to see you next time.